Hi, and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. I'm AC, and this week I was going to show you a Class A, but I've done quite a few of those lately. I had a talk with one of my buddies that's out driving around in his B van, having a blast. And so I decided I'd show you a couple things on this Summit Adventure van this week. Next week I will do a Winnebago Horizon 42-footer, so keep an eye out for that next Thursday, okay? This is our Summit Adventure van. It's a long Speak edition. It's on a Mercedes chassis, so you have the 188 horsepower, turbo diesel from Mercedes. It's a really good unit. It's a 140-inch wheelbase, 144-inch wheelbase. It's a 4x4 option with the upgraded wheels. This one actually has the rooftop AC as well, and the solar panels, so this one is loaded. The only thing that's missing in this one that I can't show off are the seats that come in this track in here. We sell separate individual bench seats that you can tie down into this track flooring. We don't have any at the moment, so I'll make sure and show them off in the next video. As you can see, we have the awning out. It is very hot today. I think we're going to probably push 100 degrees today, so for us that's very hot. I've got the air conditioner running at the moment. I don't know if you can hear the generator. We'll walk around the back so I can show you that. That's one of the features that I really want to talk about today. There's three different things that I want to point out because we've done the Summit Adventure van and the Revels. We've done a few videos, so I kind of want to just show how the generators actually work and then point out a couple other features. As you can see, we've got the Onan P4500 running the long Speak right now. It'll run everything in the house, including the air conditioner, because you either have to be plugged into shore power or you have to be running a generator to run your rooftop AC. Both of these are available in our parts department here at Transwest. I've got the part number and the prices listed for you here, so you can check those out. And then I'm going to go ahead and shut off that generator so you can hear me a little bit better. They're not very loud, especially if you're in the coach, and I can tell you right now it's nice and cool in there. So a couple options because it's very hot out here, and probably where you're at as well. You can run your rooftop AC, or you can use your screens and use your fan. So I'm going to close these screens, and then I'm going to run inside real quick, and I'll open it from the inside. So as you can see, there's plenty of room for ventilation in here. We can run the fan off of the inverter. Yeah, go ahead and come around. I'm going to go ahead and do the side screen for you. Right now I've got the fan going. As you can see, it's got the magnet, so it allows me to come in and out easily, so you're not having to zip and unzip as you walk in there. This comes in really handy if you're at the lake or just parked outside, even outside your buddy's house. It comes in really handy so you can stay nice and refreshed inside. If you have pets, that also comes in handy, but you might want to close the door a little bit just so they're not pushing through the magnet. To roll it up, it's pretty simple. Just roll it up to the top and then lock it. So like I said, I know we've done these before. I just kind of wanted to point out a couple different features. Let's turn this off. So on the inside here, when we're turning our seats around, the front seat is really simple to do on the passenger side because the emergency brake is not there to get in the way. So you can see this one swivels around really easy. A lot of people worry about the emergency brake. It gets in the way when you're trying to swivel. So I wanted to point out, let's see here, that once your brake is engaged, you can actually just push it straight down. It still stays engaged, and then you can swivel your seat. So then you can swivel around. You can kind of face, if you have the bucket seats back here, you can face your company and have a conversation, whatever it is you're doing. And as you can see here, it still shows that the parking brake is engaged. So even though the handle is down, it's still engaged. And then to disengage it, you have to lift it up, pull it down, and now it's disengaged. So I just kind of wanted to point that out. A lot of people worry that that they're going to forget, or that it's not going to be safe because the brake's not going to be engaged. And then the other point, I think I pointed this out on a different unit, but this does have USB connections to your stereo, but they are USB Type C. It's not your standard USB. The USB Type C is actually supposed to be a better USB cable, so you'd have to make sure you get the right adapter for your phone if you're going to be using that. And let's see here. Scoot me back a little bit. I'm going to fire this up so we can go over the dash a little bit. Again, you probably have seen this. I want to try to point out things that you maybe weren't aware of or that you haven't seen yet. And that was the brake not disengaging when you push down, the USB Type C, and then actually using a generator. And I've got a solar panel set up outside that I'll go over that one as well here in a little bit. So this is going to come with the touchscreen, so you can set up your phone. It has Bluetooth, obviously has navigation, your stereo controls, your media. Right now we don't have anything connected to it. You can go to your apps and hook up your iPhone via the USB. Again, that USB for this is going to be right down here, and it's the one that has the picture of the phone on the right. And then once you're set up to that, you can actually use your CarPlay. Another nice feature with this little compartment up here is you can plug in your phone to charge and just set it in there and close it. Keep an eye on it so it doesn't get too hot. And then here's all your options for your actual chassis. So your attention assist, your blind spot assist, and then you just hit the home button anytime you want. It does have Mercedes on there, so you can say, "Hey Mercedes," and she's actually listening to me today. Usually she doesn't listen. You can say, "Get directions."
What can I do for you?
There she is again. Get directions.
What is your destination?
See, there we go. It's a good day. I'm buying a lotto ticket today. Mercedes is listening. So that's pretty much, it's pretty basic up here. As far as your controls on the steering wheel, I just want to point out that the controls on the left side control your screen on the dash here. And the little square in the middle actually functions as a mouse. It's not a push button. You can use it to scroll, and then you can push in. So it works just like a mouse. You can hit your home button to go back. You've got your cruise control right here, and then the controls on the right side control your stereo, your display screen up there. So you can scroll again with the mouse. So everything's at your fingertips here while you're driving, so you don't have to be distracted. Really simple. These do have heated seats and the power mirrors, so you can adjust those as when you're getting ready to set off on your next adventure. Okay. So those are two of the features I wanted to show off. And then again, the generator, we'll go outside in a minute. Again, we have plenty of storage space in these little Summit Adventure vans. You have the overhead right here over the galley. Then you have the overhead over the cab. Yep, so you got two right over the visors, and then you have this big compartment right there. You've got your Dometic sink. So again, this, you just lift up, move the sink up, start your water. You have the induction cooktop and your refrigerator, which I put a bottle of water in there. It's nice and cold. When I was running the generator, it's like, in case I haven't said it 10 times already, it's pretty warm out here. Here is your monitor, so you can check your battery level, your fresh tank, which by the way, the fresh tank is 15 gallons on this unit, and then the gray tank. There's no black tank on board and no propane. There is your actual fresh water tank. The gray tank is 20 gallons. So it's nice here when you're filling it up, you can actually keep an eye on it to see how much is in there so you don't overfill it. You got a couple of outlets here. You got some USBs, 12 volt outlet. And as you can see, they're powered right now without the generator. Those are all run off the inverter. On this side, you have your solar controller, your Webasto heater, which is really easy to use. I'm not turning it on today because I don't need it. Again, right now I have an extra solar panel plugged in at the moment, which I'll show you outside, and that goes tied into this. Here's your Xantrax 2000 watt inverter display. Then you have your awning controls, your awning lights, and your ceiling lights, which are LED, and you can actually dim them one at a time. You can turn them off. So that way, if you only want a little bit of light, you can shut off the ones you're not using. And then you have just a regular standard outlet. Turn that Webasto off. Let's see here. Back here, we're going to have our fuse panel and our breakers. So these are all labeled, so it tells you exactly what they're for. Makes it really easy to use. And then here's your Xantrax inverter. As you can see, it's a 2000 watt. It's a big inverter, which is perfect size for this coach. And then you've got your Lion Energy lithium batteries. These Lion Energy batteries are really good. We can walk around the outside, and I'll open up this screen, and then I'll pull the bed down. All right, and then out here, before I show the bed off, right here we have our exterior shower port and your water pump switch. There's a switch here and there's a switch by the sink. That way you don't have to be going inside. Comes with this hose that you can plug in there. It's good to wash your feet off, you know, hose off your dogs, whatever you need to do, clean off before you come inside. The buddy I was telling you about that's out in his Class B right now, we made him a 10-foot. Actually, we added 10 foot to this, and we put a regular shower head on it for him. He wanted a shower under the awning when he's up in the mountains away from everybody. And let's see, I think that's it. Let me show you how the bed works. So you have these two support beams. Make sure you put these in. If you don't have the support beams in and you pull the bed down, you're not gonna like what happens. And then they just have a little latch right here. And now you have a really good sized bed with the window flares. The pop outs there gives you plenty of room. I've had guys that were 6'2" laying there, and they still had plenty of room. All right, one of the things with coaches, you kind of learn as you go. I've had some folks give me some feedback while you're driving. These will make some noise. There's a couple ways to fix it. They just put a couple extra pillows behind here that they were using, so it kind of tightened it up. Simple fix, but something that you should kind of be aware of, because those little hints come in very handy. Let's see here. Let me go back around that side. We can show off the Rhino step that all the Summit long speed vans come with. Makes it really easy when you're going to climb up on top. Again, it's got 2 solar panels up top. It's got a 5,000 pound receiver hitch here, 7-pin connector. So it comes ready to pull if you have a small trailer, jet ski, kayaks. And then over on this side, you can see we have our Zamp solar portable 90 watt panel right here. I've got it plugged in at the moment. These are really nice if you're parked under shade. There's a sun spot like right now. We have it moved on this side if it was the only spot available, or if you're under some trees, your rooftop panels might not be working properly. So you want to be able to get some sunlight. Let me grab the keys. And then again, just to show off these really aggressive tires that we put on here, and the wheels. These are BF Goodrich. Again, if you're going off the grid, those come in really handy. Down here, we're going to have our gray tank drain valve. So you just pop the lid off, pull the drain or the valve, and it'll empty out your gray tank. On this side, we've got your gravity fill. That's so you can just, you can fill it up with, if you have a 5-gallon bottle of water, you can actually dump it into there. You don't have to have a hose. If you're plugged into city water, so this will fill your freshwater tank, and the city water, you hook up the hose to it and it will not fill your tank. It just draws from the hose as you're using it. And let's see, I think that's pretty much it. If you can get a shot of the Rhino rack and the front LED lighting there that Summit adds to their long peak vans. That comes in really handy if you're up in the mountains in the dark and you're kind of trying to find some new terrain. The Rhino rack is nice. You can actually stand on it. It's really solid. It's got some different tracking up there so you can add tie downs and other accessories. One of the things I like about the Summit Adventure Van is that it's really simple. Not a lot of mechanical pieces to it. They've kept it really simple. The door is not power. It just kind of manually opens and closes. So it has less things that can break on you, which again, if you're up in the mountains, you don't want to have a lot of stuff to worry about. Thank you guys again for watching. We'll see you next week, and hopefully I'll do that Winnebago for you guys next week. Take care. Let me grab my pad here. Forgot to highlight this. Give me a call, shoot me a text or an email. Anything you want me to do a video on, any questions you have on the Summit or any of our other units. Si hablo español and English, me pueden hablar al 720-276-4241. Thank you guys.